Hi crafty friends, this is Luisa Heinzel. Nice to see you here again. So today I would like to make something that I've never done before and that I found by a really happy accident on Instagram. I was on Instagram and I found this hashtag junkdori. So hopefully I say that right and hopefully I understand right what this is. So for my understanding, a junkdori is totally made out of scraps and leftovers. And I had all this stuff here in my stash. That are things that I collected during my last trip to Rome in 2019. And after I was in Rome and when I came back to Austria, I haven't had the time to make a junk journal out of it. And now I think I have the perfect solution for this problem. And I would like to show you today how I make this junk dory out of these things. A junk dory is made with such rings. So all the junk dories I found on Instagram are made with these rings that you can open up here. And then you can put your pages here. And I think that's a really cool and versatile thing because you can add as many pages as you want and as this ring can hold. And you can also very easily remove things that you perhaps don't like, or if you have a page that is a fail, then you can take it out, or perhaps if you have a page that makes a really big mess, then you can take it out, make the mess, dry it and put it back to your journal, and that's a cool thing. And for this I would like to use only the things that I collected during the trip, everything that you can see here on my table, that are business cards, some tickets, some things that you get when you buy something, I don't know the English word, some things that you get when you eat something in a restaurant, some things from the hotel, and some napkins from a restaurant as well, and this stuff. The only things that I have to show you, sorry, I have this really incredible papers as well, as you can see, in really different colors. They came from the tables from the restaurants. In Rome they do that very often, that when you have a meal, then your plate is not on this fabric things on the table, but they have this paper under your plate so that they can clean the table easily when you leave the restaurant. And I collected these and I will use those as the base for my pages. And as you can see, I have really different colors here, and that's cool. I think this yellow color is really fantastic for that. And then I have two things that I bought on the trip. So the rest is totally collected for free, but I have two things that I've bought. The one thing is this here, and I have to tell you a little fun story. So as you can see, this is a really awesome paper, and you can fold it out, and it's really big. So I think it's 8 times this size, and I think this is, don't know, much bigger than DIN A4. So yeah, I went to a store. I don't know how this kind of store is called, but they had many things for your home. So for example, some teeth brushes and other things for cleaning your home and that stuff. And in one corner of this shop there was laying a bunch of these papers, and when I saw them, I have to scream. I was so surprised that they have these papers, and I made a noise, and the shop owner ran through this shop in this direction and came to me and asked me if I have a problem or if I need a doctor or something like that. And I had to laugh so loud, I can't tell you. So I tried to explain him why I'm so happy that they sell these papers here, and that I haven't expected that in such a shop. And I tried to explain him what I do. He had this expression in his face that we all know when we talk about junk journaling and about this stuff that we make in our free time. And then I bought a bunch of this papers here in this shop, and I think the shop owner will never forget this day. But I'm so happy about this paper, and I will use some of them in this journal as well. And the second thing that I've bought is this book here. And as you can see, it has a really cool spine. The junkdori itself will not have a spine later, because it has only this front cover and the back cover, and the both are attached to each other, and yeah, with the pages with these rings. So there will be one ring here and one here, and in between there will be the other papers. And I will try to make something with the spine as well, because of course the spine is the most beautiful thing of this whole book. But yeah, that's are the only two things that I've bought. In the past, so in the last few days, I made some cards out of the things that I collected during the trip as well. Perhaps you have seen them on my Instagram. There was this index card a day challenge on Instagram, and I made some cards for this challenge also out of the materials that I collected during this trip. So here are some sugar bags and some labels here from a tiramisu restaurant. The only thing here that I had from my stash are these little tags, but the rest is made out of the materials from the trip. And I want to include these cards to this junkdori as well, because yeah, of course, here are materials that I collected during the trip. So this is what's on my desk now. As you can see, something like a journal. And I'm really surprised how this came out, because yeah, as I said in the beginning, I haven't done something like this before. And during my process, I obviously changed some of my plans that I had in the beginning. So the first thing that you can see is this lace here that I haven't found in Rome on my trip, but I wanted to attach it here. This is also from the stash of my grandmother, because when I cut the spine and I put it here to this original book cover, it seemed to be a little bit naked. So yeah, I know that these junkdori things on Instagram are made out of real junk and this kind of rough and yeah, this really grungy and junky things, but it was not mine. So sorry when this is something different, but yeah, I wanted to include these things here. For example, this coin and this thing that I showed you in the beginning, this little thing of this souvenir that broke, obviously, and then I found it on the street, and also this little button here. And when I put this to the original spine that I wanted to include here, it looked really strange. So I decided to go, yeah, something like a different way and use this lace, even if it's possibly not that way that a normal junkdori would go. I don't know also if I am happy with this ring binding. As you can see, I don't know what I made wrong. This was the first time that I used these rings. Obviously, it's, yeah, something strange here, as you can see. I think too many pages for this journal, but I wanted to include all the materials that I had from the trip, even if I have some papers of this brown things here left over, because when I include them into here, I think it would be something like this. Yeah, but I'm happy with it because of the reason that it can stand like this. So perhaps I can take my camera and show you how it looks from the side when it stands here. I think that looks really cool. So for me, it looks cool. And I think I can also try to put it into my shelf like this. And it looks, yeah, for me like a piece of art by itself when it stands like this. And I'm happy with it, even if it has this alligator mouth that I normally don't like. So let's do a little flip through of this thing. But I have to say that I know in this point that it's not finished. I want to include some more writings and some special things that I couldn't decide during my process. And obviously the strings are a little bit strange, sorry. As you can see, for example, here I have this, yeah, this cutting of the lace, and I made it like this, that I have this inside, and that I have no cut here and here, because I know that this lace wouldn't make these little fibers on the end, as you can see here, and I couldn't make this grungy look here on the top and on the bottom. Because of that, I let it flip over here. Hopefully that makes sense. And I made this here so that I can put something here. For example, a little label or something like that. But I don't know until now what this will be. But I thought perhaps I will take this journal to my next trip to Rome and add some more details, some more sketches during the trip or something like that. And perhaps I can find something to add here. Yeah, so on some of the pages I add this little things here, as you can see, to make it a little bit more sturdy, especially on these pages that are like this, smaller than the others and not possible to make 2 holes into them. But I like this style that it comes out like this. That looks really cool. And as you could see in the speed up of this video, I also included some images from a very old book from Rome. I got that from my father one day, and yeah, I think my parents bought it when they were in Rome, 1975. I'm nearly sure that this is right, and that was so cool to look, because there were so many. Oh my gosh, I think I put this. Can you see that? That's okay, so oh my gosh, that was not planned. I rearranged the pages, and when I had them on my desk, I put some of the business cards, and as you can see, this is the wrong way. I hate when such things happen. Okay, so I can't do anything now. Sorry. Yeah, that are things that can drive me crazy. This book my parents bought 1975, I'm nearly sure, and there were so many pictures in it, for example like this, and obviously it's the Cathedral of St. Peter's, so hopefully I say this right in English. I don't know all the English words for these buildings in Rome, and it's so different. It's nearly incredible. Also, on some pictures you can see some bigger cars, and they are so old and so, yeah, retro, that I can't believe that it's the same city I was. And yeah, it's incredible. So also this elephant here, perhaps you know my digital printable of this urban mirror sketches. I included this elephant there as well, and this is from this very old book too, and it looks so different. I can't believe it. It's of course the time that made these changes to the buildings and to this monuments, but yeah, for me it's incredible. And to have all these papers here, even if it's only in this scrappy look, it's, yeah, something really different for me, but it's so much for me, I can't tell you. And with every of these pieces, I have some really cool stories in my mind, even if this is totally blank, and if even if here's nothing written. It's like I'm going through this city, yeah, even if I'm not there, and that's really cool. I haven't expected that I will have this effect later. I thought, okay, that, so even during the process, I thought, okay, it's not a junk journal like I would do it normally, and it will be something that's not that important for me, or that kind of journal that I made before. But now I think it's just cool. It's really, really amazing. And I know it's hard to understand perhaps when you only watch this, because this is only paper for you, and this is only a thing that someone else collected and put together in this journal, with no writing, with nearly no decoration and that stuff. But I would like to encourage you to try this, because it's really fascinating. Here, this is one of these papers from the restaurant, this bill from the restaurant, the backside. And yeah, it's only this blue writing, but I'm back in this city. I can't tell you why this effect is here, but it's here. And I nearly can smell the meal that I had here. And this is also such a bill from a restaurant, and there was a really funny story also, so I don't want to bore you. I don't tell you the story behind this paper, but when we were in this restaurant, there happened something really funny, and yeah, I'm back in this story only because this paper's here in this ring journal. I don't know. I can't explain you, but it is like it is. And yeah, this is one of my index cards. As you could see in this speed up part of the video, I also made this here. I don't know if I'm happy with it, but I think it's a solution to put something here in with these two rings, even if it's smaller like this. Yeah, it was a try, and I think I made some of these things here, that I tried out some different things, because yeah, it's something like scrappy, grungy, and junky and that stuff, and you can try out different things. And that's also a cool thing. Also this here, I made this here first, and then I included this little scraps here from the Colosseum picture, also from this old book, and then I made this stenciling over it with this little bricks, and I think that looks cool. I think that's something different than when you put a photo, only a photo in this. So yeah, I'm happy with it. I can't tell you. Here's some writing of my hubby. He made some notes about the trains we had to take when we went from Imst to Bologna, and he wrote down which part of the train we had to choose to have the right place that we ordered. Don't know if that's the right word, but you know what I mean. And that's cool for me to have also his handwriting here included in this little journal. And as you can see, as I said, it's really, really plain. And I definitely will show you some things that I write into here if you are interested. Perhaps I will make some smaller videos, for example, how to complete such double page. I will definitely show you some photos on my Instagram. So if you like to see that, go to the info box. There you will find all the informations how you can follow me. And if you are interested in videos about completing this and completing some of these pages, please let me know in the comments. And perhaps you have some ideas what I can include here, then please write a comment. Perhaps I can get some ideas what to do here or what you would like to see. I think I have to add a little of these rings here as well. I forgot that. Excuse me, please. There are so many pages. So yeah, I also took some of these rings here and made a little collage like this. And I think this is only the scrap. This is a scrap from this book, and these are these 3 rings. And this is so simple, but I think it's so cool. Please write a comment if you see that like I see it, or if you think, okay, that's, yeah, a bunch of trash or something like that, that it's not worth it to put it into a journal. Or please let me know if this is a journal, if you would call it a journal, or if it's only, yeah, some papers bound with these rings here. So that would be really, really interesting for me. And yeah, that's something I thought about the last days when I'm here in my caravan and I'm recording a video for you. Then sometimes I think, okay, there are people outside, so out there, you are there somewhere on the other end of the world, or yeah, somewhere, and I don't know what you think. So I'm talking to you and you give me comments back, oh, that's lovely, I love your work, and of course I'm totally thankful for that, and I'm so happy for these comments. But I would like to encourage you to go more into detail. So if you would like to see something from me, or if you would like to know something, please leave me a comment and please let me know what you're thinking about this thing. Yeah. Today I think it's not my day with this English language. Sorry. And please let me know if I perhaps shall stop talking English. So that's another point where I'm thinking about yeah, the last days, because there are some people who say, okay, there are enough videos that are made in English language, please make a German video. Okay, but then I think my American subscribers can't understand anything, and perhaps you will leave this channel and then you are gone, and I'm really sad when you are gone. So please let me know if it would be okay for you if I would make some videos in German instead of English, and what you think about it, which language I should talk here. I made my finger here because I wanted to show you in the end this here in detail. So as I said in the beginning, I think this bill here has this writing on it that with the time and yeah, especially when heat comes to this paper, it will disappear. So it's not permanent, and that's, yeah, something really strange. And now this collage looks really nice, I think. I stamped here with this rose stamp, and also this little flower, I stamped it. And I think it will take a time, but it will happen that this writing here will disappear. But I thought I like this so much that I think I will make a copy of this, so of this whole part here, and yeah, put it on my copy machine, and then I make a copy, and then I put it here with these rings. It's, yeah, easily possible. And if the day comes that this disappears, I will take this copy, cut it here and put it here on top, so that this will stay here forever. Okay, so this was my little junk dory about my trip to Rome 2019. Hopefully this was a little inspiration for you. Hopefully you, yeah, say, oh, that's cool, I want to make my own. Leave me a comment what you think about it, and have a great time. See you the next time. Bye bye.